Hello everyone, my name is Akshay and today I'm sharing my presentation about day 18th challenge from IDC, and today's topics are about metaclasses, customizing class creation, and the challenge is to enforce a naming convention with a metaclass. Okay, so you can look at this picture. So here you will get an idea that the objects are instances of a class and classes are instances of a metaclass. Okay, so now let's look at this topic in depth. Okay, so what are metaclasses? A metaclass is a class for classes. Okay, it defines how classes behave. Okay, so you can see here objects are created by classes, classes are created by metaclasses. Okay, classes create objects, metaclasses create classes. I am repeating the same process in different style because the viewers can understand the topic uh, in depth, because this topic is uh, not an easy one, it's little complicated one, so it is important to know the basics uh, in a simple way. Okay, or else the things get complicated. So this is very simple: objects created by class and classes created by metaclass. Okay, let's look at some examples now. Yeah, so let's start with classes. Okay, in Python a class is used to create objects, correct? So here I have created a class called dog and defining a function called bark. Okay, so when I run this, it says woof. Okay, so here in this class, dog is a class. Okay, and then my d is an object, that is an instant. Okay, and dog, then bracket, creates the object. Okay, it created the object. Now let's reverse this topic. Who creates the class? Okay, in Python classes are also called objects and something must create them. Okay, and that something is called a metaclass. So what is a metaclass? A metaclass is a class that creates classes. Just like a class creates objects, a metaclass creates classes. Okay, so you can see here I am repeating it again: objects created by classes and classes created by metaclasses. So Python uses type as the default metaclass. So every class that we create is usually made by the built-in metaclass called type. Okay, you can consider this example class animal. Okay, so if you look at the type of this, the type of type is a type only. So type created the class animal just like animal created the objects. Okay, so why use a custom metaclass? To control or customize how classes are created. For example, add or change class variables, check if required method or attributes exists. Okay, enforce naming rules or convention. Okay, and then to auto register classes. Okay, in summary, in Python classes are objects too, and they are created by metaclasses. The default metaclass is type. Okay, but you can create your own metaclass if you want to control or customize how classes are built. It's advanced but very useful in big frameworks and libraries. Okay, so we usually use metaclass concepts in complicated situations, so we don't regularly see that in our day-to-day situations. We see, but in some complex concepts only. We usually don't see metaclasses you know in our normal programmings. So it's a complicated concept, so it's better to know about metaclasses in a simple way. And now let's come to challenge. Enforce a naming convention with a metaclass. Okay, so what is naming conventions in Python? Okay, naming convention in Python refer to rules and guidelines for naming variables, functions, classes, and other entities in your code. Adhering to these conventions ensures consistency, readability, and better collaboration among developers. Okay, so you can consider this program. Here I have created a class called naming convention meta. It's of type. Okay, and here callable attribute value. Okay, so here naming convention in the sense, uh, before I go further, I want to explain that in Java, in Python, and in C, so there are different kind of naming conventions. Okay, naming conventions in the sense, if I want to write my name Akshay Kumar, okay, so it's of a I can write it Akshay underscore Kumar, or else I can write Akshay Kumar in small letters, or else I can write everything in a capital letter, or else I can write everything one in small letter, one in capital letter, like that. And then I can use some special symbols in between. So these are different kind of conventions. Okay, but in programming we use naming conventions as per the rule, so that every developer can understand what is a name for. Okay, that is why here it is mentioned, adhering to these conventions ensures consistency, readability, and better collaboration among developers, so that every developer or every programmer can understand why that class or that name is given, why that particular name we are using. Okay, suppose you can see that here I have mentioned max underscore size equal to 100. Okay, here this is a good convention, valid convention. Okay, so if I use this, the program will load without any issues. Okay, it's loading. If you see a black marker here, that means it is still loading and something is working behind the scene. Okay, I am so sorry, I have to load this first. See, the program runs without any interruption. Okay, but if I see here, my max size is it is written in this way, max in small letters and then S is capital and then size. So here no uppercase, okay, and no snake case in the sense underscore in between. So you can see the error here, no uppercase and no snake case. So here the type error is attributes max m in class bad configuration must be an uppercase. So this one must be a uppercase one. Okay, this is how the naming convention happens, and this is my topics about metaclass for today. And if you really like my presentation, so kindly like the video. And if you want to share any feedback about my communication skills and presentation skills, and if you want me to improve on any particular area, then do mention your feedback. And yeah, thank you so much for your time and have a good day ahead.